Lauren Dumolo disappeared without a trace in 2020, and police still don't know what happened. Hey guys, we are from the channel One More Curiosity, and today we have a news item in support of the investigation into the disappearance of the person mentioned. After Lauren Dumolo vanished from her neighbor in Cape Coral, Florida, her purse and shoes were found in a nearby park where she claimed she was being followed just a few days before. On the morning of June 19, 2020, Lauren Dumolo's boyfriend kissed her goodbyes and headed to work. When he returned home at 10 p.m., she was nowhere to be found, and no one has seen her since. The 29-year-old woman has struggled with her mental health in 2 weeks leading up to her disappearance, and she's been released from an involuntary hold at a psychiatric facility just a day before she vanished. Dumolo's family immediately launched an extensive search effort before they didn't believe the young mother would have disappeared willingly. Alongside police, they sourced Dumolo's Cape Coral, Florida neighborhood in efforts to find clues to her whereabouts. In the years since Dumolo's disappearance, investigators haven't uncovered any new information about what may have happened to her, whether she had a mental health crisis or something more sinister occurred. Lauren Dumolo's family is no closer to learning the truth. The last known sighting of Lauren Dumolo's family and friends remember her as a kind, loving mother to her 5-year-old daughter Michaela. They say she had a heart of gold and would help anyone in need. Born July 40, 1990, and raised in New York by her father Paul Dumolo, she moved to Cape Coral, Florida in 2016 to build a relationship with her strangled mother. According to Charlie Project, on June 19, 20, Dumolo's boyfriend Gabriel Pena kissed her goodbye when he left for work at 6 a.m. Her typical morning routine was to walk to the nearby Fort Freedom Park around 8 a.m. to meditate before returning home to start her day. On that fateful Friday, a maintenance worker claims he saw Dumolo walking from the park toward the direction of her apartment around 8:30 a.m. But when Pena returned home from work at 10 p.m., she wasn't there. After an hour, Pena called Dumolo's father to tell him she was missing. He ensured the worried man that he would file a missing person report immediately. However, when Paul Dumolo called the Cape Coral Police Department 2 days later on June 21, after his daughter uncharacteristically failed to call him on Father's Day, he learned that Pena had never filed a report at all. When police finally began investigating, they learned that the park visitor had found Lauren Dumolo's purse and shoes beneath a tree for Freedom Park on the day she went missing. And in questioning Dumolo's family, police also learned about the tumultuous month the young woman had just experienced. Lauren Dumolo was released from a mental health facility the day before she went missing. According to the Crime Junkie podcast, Dumolo's family told investigations that she had gotten an abortion in late May of 2020, and that's when her mental health issues began. Doctors thought hormonal fluctuations may have been causing bouts of psychosis. Dumolo was involuntarily admitted to a psychiatric facility twice in June. Before one admission, she had been found swimming in the water near Fort Freedom Park. When her father asked her what she was doing, she replied, "I was being followed. I was being chased." Trish Root with Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers told Fox 4 News, "Everything that was happening in Laura's life in the weeks before she went missing is information that we need to explore to the very depths." Root explained that may or may not have had anything to do with her disappearance, but we have to explore every aspect. Dumolo was released from her second involuntary hold on June 18. She spent the day looking for employment, as she had lost her previous job due to missing work while she was in the facility. Surveillance footage capturing Dumolo's meeting application at a sandwich shop and a gas station. Another maintenance worker says Dumolo approached him on June 18 and asked if he knew of any cheaper apartment in the area because she wanted to get out of the situation she was in. Her family found this odd, as she had just paid her rent in full for next month. But despite her odd behavior, Dumolo's family is convinced she didn't vanish willingly. That's because they say she was determined to gain back custody of her young daughter. Dumolo struggled with substance abuse and had lost custody of Michaela several years earlier. Family says she had been sober for 2 years before her disappearance, and the fact that she spent her first day out of psychiatric facility applying for jobs shows how dedicated she was to getting her daughter back. This whole routine has been a complete and utter nightmare. Dumolo's friend Erica, 33, said, "In my gut, in my soul, I know something really bad happened to her." Was foul play a factor in her disappearance? Although police have cleared 𝐂𝐨𝒏𝒄𝒊𝒆 as a suspect in Lauren Dumolo's disappearance, her family isn't so true. According to ABC7, 𝐵𝒄𝒊𝒆 says he didn't report Lauren Dumolo's missing right away because she would left for days in the past without contacting anyone. But 𝐵𝒄𝒊𝒆's initial lack of concern isn't the only reason Dumolo's family is suspicious. Her sister, Cassie Carey, claims that she searched Dumolo's apartment for clues following her disappearance. While she was there, 𝐵𝒄𝒊𝒆 arrived and took Dumolo's television since she obviously wasn't coming back. Then Carey asked 𝐵𝒄𝒊𝒆 if he knew where Dumolo's cell phone was, since she couldn't find it in the apartment and it hadn't been with her purse in the park. 𝐵𝒄𝒊𝒆 went inside and came back out moments later with the fully charged phone. The last activity on the device had been a video call to 𝐵𝒄𝒊𝒆 at 10:30 a.m. on June 19, the very day Lauren Dumolo vanished, but he claimed he never received a notification. On July 2, 2 weeks after Dumolo went missing, a burgundy shirt she frequently wore suddenly showed up on the beach in Fort Freedom Park. Dumolo's family and police had searched the spot countless times before, so they became suspicious that someone had planted the shirt there. And what's more, when the police released cadaver dogs in Fort Freedom Park, they instead left the park and ran across the street to van park in Lauren's mother's driveway, a van that 𝐵𝒄𝒊𝒆 frequently used for work. But despite the questionable circumstances, 𝐵𝒄𝒆's history of domestic violence, and even the fact that Dumolo admitted her father that 𝐵𝒄𝒆 had beaten her just prior to her disappearance, as reported by Crime Junkie podcast, police say he's not a suspect. When Winking News spoke with 𝐵𝒄𝒆 about girlfriend's disappearance, he said, "I'm worried and scared. Not scared because I didn't do anything, but I'm just worried something really did happen." He also offered his own theory of Dumolo's whereabouts. "So my thing is that she went out with one of her friends. Her friends got her all messed up on drugs, and I don't know what after that." So what did happen to Lauren Dumolo? Detective Nick Jones of the Cape Coral Police Department explained, "As it stands now, she just vanished. A dive team couldn't locate any remains in the water at Fort Freedom Park. A body was found 20 minutes away in Fort Myers, Florida in October 2021, but it wasn't Dumolo's. And no other evidence has emerged in the years since she vanished. But Dumolo's family is still determined to find out what happened to her. It's not like we're going to wake up and we are not going to do anything," said Carey. "We are going to continue to push through social media, push through different media's waves, and just make it sure we kept Lauren's stories alive." Cape Coral Police confirms that the investigation into Lauren Dumolo's disappearance is open and active. Anyone with information is urged to contact them. So this is the end of one more video. If you like this video, leave the comment and subscribe to the channel to follow more trivia videos. See you next time.